Hello, in this video, we're going to show you how to edit and modify orders from the back end of the system. We're currently on the scheduling tab and we're on January 2nd and we can see that I have one order for Josh. Let's say that Josh called me and he needs to modify the date and time of his order. He can no longer have it on January 2nd, he needs to push it out a week. To get back into an order, you can click any of the bottom three links here on the left, either the shopping cart, the customer tab, or the pay screen. Let's start off with the shopping cart. So if Josh wanted to add or remove items, we could do that here. We could add additional things for him. We could increase the quantity. We could delete things from the shopping cart if we need to. Since he wants to reschedule this order, all I have to do is click on the change. So once I hit the change button, now we no longer want January 2nd, so I can click on that and instead push it out a week to the 9th. And then reselect the start and end time. By default, only your available times, the hours of your business operation, will show up. But if you need to, you can click the expand button and you can always override anything that you need to. Let me go ahead and revert it because we don't really want to deliver it at 2 a.m. And we'll stick with the 9 to 3 p.m. But before I select that, I do want to point out these buttons at the top. You do have order times and delivery times that are both available options. Normally, everything runs off of an order time. It's going to be there for 6 hours. We bill for 6 hours. But as a business owner, it might be easier for your schedule if you deliver something the day before and pick it up the day after. You can always give away a free day here or there if it fits your delivery schedule better, or maybe it's just something that your drivers, it works better for the driver's schedule. So you can have separate times on an order for the order time's more like the billing time, and the delivery time will be how long it's actually out for. Because of course, if you deliver it a day early and pick it up a day late, well, it's out of your inventory for 3 days. But the order, we're only going to bill the order for 6 hours. Now that I've reselected the time, I push that out, and now it's on January 9th, and that's changed on my work calendar too. Let me show you something else that you can do. You can click on the price of the item. See how this is a button right here, this 180? This would allow you to do a price override. So maybe I want to go ahead and give Josh a discount. I can switch it to 150 and click update the price, and the system just went ahead and recalculated it for me. You do have other options. If you click on that button again, there's a drop down here. So you could apply a discount if you wanted it to calculate maybe 15% for you. You can move items up or down in the cart. And this one in the middle is for line item notes. So generally, maybe you were delivering multiple bounce houses and they were going in different locations. You could add specific notes that will appear right there underneath the item name. Lots of different uses, but just know that that is an available option for you. Next up, let's go to the checkout, and we'll continue on with the customer info screen. We saw this in the last video, but there's some additional parts I want to show you. Of course, it looks different on your customer-facing website. On the back end, we have a Find Customer button. This Find Customer button is perfect if you already have done business with the customer. You can just search their profile by name, by address, by phone number, and just click on it, and it'll automatically populate all of that information for you. If I scroll down to the bottom right, we have a few more fields that we didn't have before. Here's a spot where we can add internal notes, notes either just for yourself or for your driver. These are visible in the driver app. And then we have some discount and some override fields. In any of these fields, you can do a number or a percentage. So I could type in 30% and click update, and that will go ahead and calculate 30% as a discount, and that'll show that as a line item right here. Let's say I want to take off that discount. I can go back. So I'm going to click the customer info link up here at the top middle. Go back to this page and just take that out. Down below, you could override the travel fee if you charge one. the deposit amount, the tax amount, or apply miscellaneous fees. We don't usually recommend using the miscellaneous fees box unless you add a note. So maybe I want to do 50 for a damaged bounce house. Just because at the end of the year, this could be hard for your reporting. If you have a bunch of miscellaneous fees and you don't know what it's for, your accountant may not be too happy with you. So if it's an item that you are regularly billing or charging for, that should be in your inventory. But you can always use this fee box if you needed to tack something else onto the account or just onto the order. Another common scenario we'll see is maybe it's a tax exempt customer. We do have settings so you can make a specific customer's tax exempt in the CRM, but if you just need to do just this one order, you can just put a 0 in the override tax field and that'll take off the taxes. Same thing maybe with the travel fee. You don't want to charge the customer a travel fee. Just put a 0 in the box and it'll go ahead and override that for you. And then once you click update and we go to the next screen, here we see all of the changes that I've made. $0 travel fee, and we added $50 for a damaged bounce house. From here, I can select the payment type again from the bottom. If there is a card on file, that will be available as an option. Otherwise, we have additional payment types that you can see for check and cash. Just in case customers paid using those methods, we do want you to be able to track that for accounting purposes. Now, once all of your changes are made, those take place immediately. You don't need to resave this or resubmit it. You would need to, though, if you need to send the customer another receipt, or if I do something like tack on $50, well, then I do need to send the customer another receipt so they can pay the remaining balance. So just like we did for our test order, if you need to send someone another receipt, you'll go back to the pay screen, choose Submit Without Payment, check the box, and then just go ahead and click Submit and Send Receipt. Let me show you that from the Scheduling tab. It's a common task that ends up popping up. So from Scheduling, customer calls and they want another copy of their receipt. I can jump straight to the pay screen by clicking this green $ icon. And then from the select payment type, I'll just choose Submit Without Payment, check the box, and click Submit and Send Receipt. Anytime that you send a receipt, it will go to you as well as the customer. Thank you so much for watching.